Want to catch more summer flounder from the shore with the single jig method? Well, stick around for this video because we're going to be showing you how to do it. Hi there, Pedro from Kethy Fishing. Welcome back to your channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Kethy Fishing. Do you want to catch more summer flounder off the shore from beaches, piers, and etc. while using the single jig? Well, stick around for this video because this video we're going to teach you the single jig methods, tips and tricks for you to be successful out there for hunting for these awesome flatfish from the shore. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive of the rods, reels, the braid, everything that you need for single jig fishing for summer flounder. All the gear is going to be linked down in the description box below. So if you want to check out any of the gear that we use in this video, go right ahead. Share this video to your family members or your friends that are in need of fishing, if they want to catch more summer flounder from the shores with the single jig. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. So we are out here. It's a nice day out, foggy, calm conditions. And I'm going to start out with the jerk shad. I'm going to start out with, I'm not going to start out with green. I'm going to start out with this chartreuse pepper neon jerk shad. And I'm going to try to start this out. Try this out. And rod I have is a Tsunami Saltex 7'2" medium with a Shield 2 3000. I have 15-pound test braid and I have 20-pound test leader. And then I got a Tsunami Saltex jig head. And we got our Gulp 6-inch jerk shad. Now, if you want to be successful for single jig fishing from the shore, you want to have a light rod and reel setup. The Tsunami 7'2" Saltex inshore rod, the medium, is sensitive enough for feeling a single jig when you're jigging, especially for quarter ounce. So when you're finding a rod for single jig fishing, make sure it's super light and super sensitive. Reel, you want to go something small. 2500 to 3000 size is the most ideal size for keeping it light. Remember, single jig fishing is all about finesse. You want to have the lightest rod possible and the lightest reel. Braid and monofilament wise or fluorocarbon wise, braid, 15-pound test braid is much better because it's going to get you out with a further distance. Secondly, it's super thin, so you're going to be able to have more sensitivity in your jig. Monofilament wise, I always fish 15 to 20-pound test braid, 15 to 20-pound test monofilament, just because monofilament is a little bit more abrasion resistant than fluorocarbon. That's the gear that you're going to need for single jig fishing. Super light rod, around 7 foot to 7'2", just for extra distance. Reel, 2500 to 3000. Braid, 15 to 20-pound test. Leader, I always go 20-pound test fluorocarbon. And jig of choice, Tsunami Saltex jig heads, quarter ounce, 3/8, and half ounce are very good jigs. And Gulp, 6-inch jerk shad, and some new Gulp that we're also going to be trying in this video. Oh, there you go, you're on. First fish, and Dad's hooked up. Nice job, Dad. Hey, don't pump, just reel them in nice and slow. Oh, small one. But hey, first one of the day. Oh, he got shrimp in his mouth. Nice. All right, little dude. Later. All right. So let's test out with this. Make sure the drag's set. So I'm gonna cast out pretty far. And we'll let it hit the bottom and just go 1 and 2. I'm gonna give it 3 pops for now. Just like that. The second most important step when you're single jig fishing for summer flounder off the shore is the main jigging technique that you're going to be using. Now, before I talked about casting pretty far, letting it hit the bottom, and just giving it a few pops. But with single jig fishing, it's much, much more than that. So, like I said before, you're going to cast out pretty far. The reason is that you want to reach a channel. And there was a channel out where we were fishing. Reaching that channel is a little drop off, and you want to jig around that drop off because the fish are going to mostly congregate around there for the bait, and then you're going to work your jig back. The main technique that I usually do is one pop and a few little pops, okay? But there's a lot of other techniques. 2 pops and let it hit the bottom, 3 pops, a single pop. So there's much, much more than that. When I'm telling people that are starting out with a single jig, always find your own jigging rhythm. I found mine, Dad has found his, and sometimes we have to tweak it because of the different conditions out there. But always find your main jigging technique. Okay, you have your main jigging technique. Now it's time to actually learn. So you're going to let your jig hit the bottom all the way, and you're going to feel that. That's why you want to have a super sensitive rod. Once you feel that, you want to have tight line all the way when you're jigging. If you have slack line, you're not going to feel the flounder bite the lure. So you want to have tight line all the way. Then you're going to commence your jigging rhythm while keeping a tight line. And sometimes these fish are going to hit while the jig is dropping down. That's another main reason why you want to keep a tight line. So always remember, first, find your jigging rhythm, then cast out as far as you possibly can, and always maintain tight line when jigging. And once you feel that bite, reel down and set the hook at a 11 degree at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and you're going to successfully catch the fish while always maintaining pressure when you're reeling in, not pumping, not reeling too fast, a steady retrieve and pressure. Go with the green color because the water is kind of murky, so with murky water situations, green is much better because it's more vibrant in the water. Alright, hit to the bottom. Okay, so now you've learned the main gear that you need. Now you learned this technique and how to actually jig. But now you need to learn how to read the water, especially from the beaches. So we're fishing in the beach here, and when I mean reading the water, I mean telling the difference between cuts and drop-offs. So in front of us, it's a pretty deep drop-off, okay? And the way you can tell is that the current slows down in that area, and it's not that rippled. That's where you're going to tell there's a drop-off right there, and it's a pretty deep cut. That's where the fish are going to mainly key in. But if you're fishing on a low tide, there's going to be different sandbars, and it's going to be 10 times easier to read the water for the deeper cuts and sloughs. So you want to fish a trough, and a trough basically forms when 2 sandbars are right next to each other, and there's a deep cut that is flowing water in and out constantly, and where it's deeper. You're going to be casting in that area past the trough, and you're going to be jigging inside of it, and then you're going to keep jigging all the way towards you. So past the trough, there's going to be a lot of fish. There's going to be fish coming into the trough. There's going to be fish. And then in the area afterwards in the trough, there's going to be fish. So reading water, especially from the shore off the beach, is very, very important if you want to be very successful for single jig fishing. as well as you're going to tell where the water is going to slow down. You do not want to have fast current when you're jigging. That's going to mess up your jigging rhythm. The bite is going to shut down, and the fish are going to be looking for calmer water. So be very, very careful when you're single jig fishing. Find low current areas, find the cuts, sloughs, and troughs, and you're going to be able to catch flounder. All right.
See this up there?
Yeah. What? What?
You can see it.
Yeah. Alright, let's try to catch a fish now.
Nice.
Little one. What? Let's go. Look how he absolutely ate that jerk shad. I mean that dragon tail. Right in the mouth. Pop it out. Beautiful little fish. It's a nice one. First one of the day. Let's see if we can catch a keeper now. But on the dragon tail Saltex jig, shield, and Saltex. So after applying all the major key factors of find the sloughs, the cuts, the deeper water, the right jigging method, and most importantly, the right gulp. I was using the gulp jerk shad 6-inch, the gulp that we usually use the most, but we've gotten introduced to a new gulp, and that's called the gulp dragon tail, which is about 3.7 inches. So it's a very, very small profile. And the bait that was around were a small peanut bunker, which are only about 2 to 3 inches. So the dragon tail is a very, very good match to hatch ratio of the bait that was around. And when you're single jig fishing, you always want to match the bait that's around. If there's some bigger bait around, then the 6-inch jerk shad is going to do the job. If the shrimp are around, then you want to use a gulp shrimp. But there's peanut bunker around, and that's why the gulp dragon tail, the 3.7-inch size, was working super well. We were getting a lot of bites on it. So always find the right gulps, always match the hatch, and you're gonna catch fish. So yeah, now I'm going. Oh, there you go. That's another big one. Slow, slow, slow. Keep pressure, keep pressure. I'm gonna get out of the water. Go one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That keeper. That might be it. Maybe. Uh-oh. Whoa, buddy. That Saltex jig right there.
I think we should set up the other camera too.
Yep. 16 3/8. Yeah, 16. But beautiful fish. Nonetheless. 16 and... Oh, okay, let me throw this fish back. Whoa, where'd you go? nice. Nice little ball right there. So here at this spot, the current's moving pretty fast. So the main jigging technique that we're going to be doing, or I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to let it hit the bottom, and I'm going to go really slow, like extremely slow. I'm just going to let the current take the jig just down the current. Oh, we got one. Oh, we had one. But that's all I'm going to be doing. Alright, we're at the spot. Let's see if we can land some fish today. Here, at this spot. Got the drag tail, still working it. Still smells like gulp. So, when you're jigging for fluke especially, make sure to always keep fresh gulp. Because if you have gulp that doesn't smell anymore, I recommend to change it out just because the fish aren't going to really see it. And since the water is really muddy, they go off of scent. So that is why I definitely recommend recharging your gulp or just switching your gulp out. This still really smells. So I want to cut into here to give you guys one more important tip. So we left the location, the original location that we were at, to find more fish. And that's a very big mistake that we did this day, because we left fish to find fish. And for single jig fishing, or for jigging for fluke from the shore, you want to cover as much ground as you possibly can, because you're stationary. You're not drifting on like a boat where you're covering ever so much. You're covering a mile, you're drifting at a mile per hour, and you're covering a lot of ground. No, you're stationary. So you want to walk and walk, and you want to try to find these pockets of fish. And if you find this pocket of fish, you want to stay in that location and pick away at the small ones and find the keeper. But we picked away and away, and then the bite died down, and that's when we left. And we walked and walked and walked, try to find a different location where there was bait, but there was no bait. So that is a very big example of leaving fish to find fish. You do want to walk, but you want to find big pockets of fish and pick away at that pocket until you land that keeper that they're going to be there. So remember, when you're shore jigging, always try to find a pocket of fish. Keep on moving and don't stop. Fan cast. Do whatever you need to do to cover as much water as possible to find that bigger fish. Nice job. She started coming closer. Looky. She's 16. Come here, Dad. Wow. Thick. Woo! Look at her. One thick fish. You want a picture of this one or nah? You are ready to go.
Wrong way.
The other way. Ah, no. I said no. Come on. Beautiful fish. You want to measure it again or not? Here she goes. Oh, she's standing right there. Pat, 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 pat. I'm petting her. No, she's right there, see?
She's gone. She'll be gone.
A dork. Wow, they're changing color already. 2 white spots came out. She's hiding. She's like, nobody can see me. Nobody. There you go. Nice. You can stop pumping now, just reel. Keep the pressure though. Whoa. It's taking line. It was... Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Yo, oh my gosh. Aw, look at the guy's poor tail. Tail of the fluke's all messed up. But he's a little guy. We can throw him back down. Oh. Oh, there he goes. Alright, now he's gone. The other one was chill. It was like 1, 2, 3 touches. But that one was like, touch me and I gone. And I said leave. Nope. Okay, bro. No! My fish! My fish! That would be funny if he came back for it. My fish! My fish! I said match the hatch before. This is one of the peanut bunker washed up ashore that got absolutely devoured. Oh. Absolutely got destroyed by a bluefish there. And there's the dragon tail. Salt thick shake. It looks just like a peanut bunker. This is just a little bit bigger. But that's what I meant by match the hatch. That's what the fluke are feeding on. Tiny peanut. Tiny peanut bunker, just like this. Huh? Yeah. set the hook and the shrimp is gone. I can't get out far with this little 3-inch, so I'm getting pretty big bites here. Wow. Wow. Sure a fighter. I got you. Ha! Nah. I don't think so. I think he's short. I got you this time. Ha ha. Huh? Oops. Ow. Hey. I think this stuff is bluefish and not fluke. Oh, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one. Bluefish or a flounder? All right. Just be careful with them. Back. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's big. That's big. Back up, back up. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go, Dad. That's a nice one. Woo! Woo!
Take a picture of the jig right there. Take a video of the jig.
Ah. Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Just back up. Back up.
Oh. There you go. Want to measure him right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm guessing like 19 maybe?
Move him up. Move up a little bit.
There, 19. I was right.
19 and a half.
Yep. First keeper on that new Tsunami Shield 2, 3, 2500. Dad, let's go. On the dragon tail. On the dragon tail. Look at that. There's bait around. We threw that and got a stunning 19.5-inch fish. Let's take some pictures of it and let's put them in the cooler bag. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and most importantly, we hope you learned something about single jig fishing. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you learned anything, comment down below. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you think I missed out anything, if you have some pointers as well for single jig fishing. But most importantly, we hope you learned and enjoyed the videos. Please like, comment, share to your family, friends, and subscribe. All support from subscribers that have been with us for a while and subscribers that have been with us since, and new subscribers has been a lot. But remember, life is better when you add fish and water, as well as don't forget to click this video right over here in the top over here in this corner. It's just as awesome as this one. Tight lines, everyone, and we'll see you out there in the next adventure.